Hey, Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline and Fans. You're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all important comic book review so you, the fans, can, yes, make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we are talking about the final issue of Batman. That's right, guys, Batman number 52. And this book is written by James Tynion IV, and the artwork is done by Riley Rosmo. The artwork is pretty nice in this book. I really enjoyed it. It has a lot of flashback scenes in there, so I enjoyed the coloring in this book as well. It's got some pretty cool facial expressions in here also, and I love the kind of the throwback to Batman the animated series in the book as well. I thought that was pretty neat. And then when you get to this like final page of this issue, which I'm not really spoiling anything because this is the end of the volume, we get this nice page in here as well. I thought that was really nice. Love the extended cape. The inside of the cape, of course, is purple. And so I love that artwork with the rain coming down and whatnot. So overall, I thought the artwork was pretty cool. I like how in his mask and his cowl, his the whites of his eyes grow and whatnot. So I thought that was really nice. Had kind of like this independent feel to it. So now that I like the artwork, let's recap the story and then see how uh, this book concluded. Was it a fitting end to a volume of for Batman? Because my biggest complaint when it came to a Green Lantern ending, issue number 52, even though we start off in a new volume next month, you always want the end of a volume to seem something special. I mean, DC spent a lot of time and money creating a particular volume. And when it's ending, you want it to have a nice send off. And I thought that that volume ended horribly. So with this volume, for Batman, I thought this was a much better send off, and I'll tell you why. In this book, it starts off and it opens up with Alfred here and Leslie Tompkins as it takes place 2 weeks after Bruce Wayne actually loses his parents. And Leslie Tompkins is concerned for young Bruce, and what happens is they come up with this diary that says how to move on. And so it was this book that was a list for him to create just little simple things of pleasure to make him move on throughout his life and throughout his days. Something to give him purpose of just standing around or sitting around and thinking about his parents being killed. And throughout the particular issue, you wind up reliving some of his training techniques that he went through throughout the years. And then we find out that we see that there's this villain that's introduced, and his name is Crypsis. And he finds out that there's this secret stash in Bruce Wayne's bank, in his safety deposit box. So Batman spends a lot of the issue tracking down Crypsis because he has this secret box. And now, what this villain reminded me a lot of, this character, he reminds me of the Ghost from Spider-Man. He can phase in and out through walls, and he steals things, and he has his own technology. So it reminded me again a lot of Ghost. And so as we get to see Crypsis disappear and bust out a array of weapons to defeat Batman, we see that Batman winds up catching up with him in the issue and basically prevails. And Crypsis is trying to make a deal with him. He's like, yeah, I'm usually into this small town stuff, but this is the payoff. This is the payoff that's going to make me big. He's like, this is Bruce Wayne's skeletons in his closet. This is it. And what happens is after Batman takes him out, Alfred winds up finding out that this was that special book that he had in the safety deposit box of all his lists. And Alfred asks him a question, and he's like, "Well, you left it in there all this time. Surely you've exceeded everything on that list." And so what happens is Bruce Wayne winds up going, he goes, "Yeah, but except for number 52." Which was very fitting because yes, this is the 52nd issue, and the last thing that he put on his list was Remember that your parents will always be proud of you. And that was the last thing on his list. And that book could never go away because that's the thing that drives him forward. And I thought that was a really touching moment and a wonderful send off for this volume, and it just was heartfelt in a way a volume should actually end. And of course, the book ends with this page that I already showed you earlier, and it just says Batman's adventure continues next month in Batman Rebirth. So again, this was a one and done type of story, but it made you care for this book. It's just like he was fighting hard for this book, and it was for that one particular uh, number on his list, number 52, which is very fitting because this is the send-off issue. I really enjoyed this book. You know, Batman in general as a volume has been phenomenal. And, you know, some of the stories may have been drawn out and whatnot, but you can always count on a Batman book to be just so good. And this one is again, it was awesome. And I gotta give it 5 stars. It's a throwaway book, you know, may not be worth anything, but it was a good send off to an awesome volume. And I really do. I gotta give this one 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. So, guys, in the comments below, tell me what you thought of Batman 52. Was this a fitting way to send off the Batman volume? Of course, are you looking forward to Rebirth as much as I am? And fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. Don't forget to check out all the other Frontliners reviews. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and watch our live show each and every Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we talk about our top 5 comics of the week and the top comic news of the week as well. So again, fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. And this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye.